As we're about a third of the way through January, it's time to preview our second NXT of the month. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. We are the number one YouTube channel here when it comes to talking about those fake flips in the ring. Oh, you can't say fake. Well, I just did. Alright? So, suck on it, brother. And we're here to talk about NXT. Last week's NXT, we saw Obafemi win that breakout tournament. We saw Tony D and Stacks, announce they're going to put their tag titles on the line. We had a few matches announced for this week. We also had Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin do a wee fist pump and announce a wee tag team for themselves in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They will be in action, but before we get into that, we'll talk about the opening quick hit, so to speak. We've got Tony D and Stacks defending the Tag Team Championship, and for me, I think the families went backwards actually since winning the belts. I think they actually miss like weeks of television, which is really weird. Like, you'll see them and then they'll just disappear, and they are the champs. I don't get it. You know, how can one of the best things on NXT not be there every week? And the weird thing is, though, if you actually look at their clips compared to other clips, they don't have like good feuds. They're actually probably some of the least feud content. Now their actual matches will probably be like around what everyone else has been. But in terms of like actual segments, like the wee vignettes, sleeping with the fishes, all that good stuff, the views are quite low. Probably about like 70k or something, 50k, which is disappointing. But here, I mean, I guess you could argue, well, most of the people left that watch wrestling today, they don't care about storylines. These cutscene-esque things backstage, no, they care about the flippy dippy stuff. But they're taking on OTM. OTM's a bunch of jobbers managed by Reggie. He can change his name, but he can't change the fact he's an absolute bum by the name of Scripps these days. And of course, they did earn their tag title opportunity by defeating Chase U on the Boxing Day edition of NXT. But for this match, I'm going to go with Tony D and Stacks. It is quite that simple. Into our second match, we get Gigi Dolan against Cora Jade. Cora Jade's just returned. Gigi Dolan's as stale as a slice of bread that's been down the back of the city for a few days, months, probably a year. Since Mandy Rose got released, it's been pretty bad for her. There is no sense in the world to have Cora Jade lose to Gigi Dolan. But this is wrestling, where they just seem to get everything wrong. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cora Jade lost this match. But here, at the end of the day, Cora Jade's, she has to win. Gigi Dolan's dead. Her momentum is non-existent. Cora Jade's just back. I'm not saying she's like returned like The Rock, but at the end of the day, she's come back with a bit of something about her, a wee bit of a change there. For her to lose this match would be ludicrous. So tell me how you feel down in the comments section down below. If you like that reference, fair enough, but I'm going Cora Jade. We've got Nikita Lyons taking on Blair Davenport. It's big ass against big ugly bastard. So who is going to win this one? Nikita Lyons just back, but Blair Davenport, won the what do you call that match? The not the timeout match, the timeout bar. The Iron Survivor. That's it. She won that. This one could go either way, but I'm going to go with Blair Davenport to probably get one of those like sneaky, shitty, cheap wins that no one really cares about. To be honest, that's the only thing that makes sense. Nikita Lyons shouldn't lose clean here, but WWE, they can do what they want. And I think the thing that doesn't make the most sense is this Dusty Rhodes Classic, right? They whip it out every year. Cody Rhodes can come out in his suit. What do you want to talk about? I want to talk about my dead daddy and how he wore polka dots and how he was the son of a plumber and I'm the grandson of one too. Right, no one's fixing washing machines. No one's installing pipes. No one's going to the back of a toilet. No one's installing a sink. See this grandson of a plumber pish or son of a plumber, right? It needs to be fucking dropped dead because Dusty Rhodes was using that stuff like 40 years ago, 45 years ago. And that needs, it's nearly half a century ago. And yeah, I get it, right? After he retired, I know he had the odd match, he really slowed down. He was pretty much done by the 90s. But, Dusty Rhodes' last match was like near 20 years ago. And it's not like he was in a wrestling capacity. See this son of a plumber? I get it, it's his catchphrase, but it fucking sucks. Right, you're in the wrestling business. You're making big bucks. You were, behind the scenes. You were high up in WCW. How the fuck can we still go with this stick? He's the grandson of the plumber. Like The Rock, became this movie star, right? And yeah, he still makes references to like a Samoan bloodline. We've seen it in like Fast and Furious, you know, the whole Samoa shit. But The Rock's not coming out and spouting shit like, oh, aye, yeah, you know, we've got nothing. We're still on our Isle of Samoa, and we've got this house made out of straw. No, I just drop it in this tournament, man. It doesn't need to fucking happen every year. What's the use of whipping out this tournament every year? There's no use of whipping it out. And the fact, right, at least if it was used to like break out tag teams, then fair enough, right? But we've got Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. Why do they care about Dusty Rhodes and his this like trophy? Why would they care? Baron Corbin talks about, oh well, you know what? Actually, I've defeated, I've retired Angle at Mania, Money in the Bank, I've defeated John Cena, all these accolades, right? And here he is, wanting Dusty Rhodes' trophy. And the same goes for Braun Breaker, man. And then you've got Gallus, who Gallus boys on top, Scooby Doo, doing nothing for me, man. But I'm going for Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker to win this because, I mean, I could easily see one of them turn on each other and then that makes Gallus win, but rant aside, that's what's going on. And then we've got Exeum, Nathan Fraser taking on Hank Walker and Tank Ledger in the last Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic match in the first round match tonight. I'm going with no face Exeum and fucking pish football player Nathan Fraser to win that one. That's your NXT preview. You know, there's title matches, there's tournaments, there's matches, but it's not doing much for me, man. I think this show doesn't look particularly good. But anyway, leave your thoughts down below. We'll be back with a review very soon here on Fog Wrestling. But until next time, peace.